Hey, it's Lupe, Classic Hits 92.7 and 95.3, and we're live in the studio with Ted Carter, After the Rain Farm, Washington County Farms and Farmers Markets. What's going on, Ted?
Well, I'm here.
Long time no see.
Long time no see, Lupe. But I'm here just to promote farmers markets from the Sunrise County Farmers Markets. The Calais market is coming up on June 13th, a week from today. And the Eastport market is starting on a week from Saturday, June 17th. The locations this year, Calais remains the same. It's at the Triangle Park downtown. Eastport has a new location though, so if you go to the Eastport market, it's now moved to 5 Washington Street, which is just up from the post office downtown. So those are the things I want to get out and just let people know that it's farmers market time, and it might not feel like summer yet with the weather we've been having, and it's been really a challenge to get things in the ground this year.
What do you guys usually open with? Like, what do you usually have in the beginning?
At the beginning, usually it's just the greens. Our largest grower there starting from Beauregard Farm is going to be including spinach and scallions, lettuce, beet greens, chard, rhubarb, and salad mixes, and baby greens. We're going to be growers there with perennials, and then we'll have some spice blends. People have chicken and duck eggs this year, so
nice.
That's something new, and hopefully have quite a few of those. There's crafts, jewelry, and I just found out this morning the pie ladies from Pembroke are coming back, so We'll have the baked goods from them. And the maple syrup people, the Chandlers from Topsfield, will be there this year, so we're looking forward to it.
And as you go along, what comes next?
Well, as the season moves, I think people get used to it. After we start with that, the greens are for 2 or 3 weeks, and then hopefully we start getting into some cucumbers and green beans, and then the tomatoes, and then hopefully summer's here and the weather's warm.
How has the rain affected? Has it been a rough rain season?
It's been hard getting things in the ground this year, just because it was a wet spring, and now, for our farm, at least, we're to a point we could use a little rain. I know that sounds kind of strange, but once you get things in the ground and going, they need the water. And we did a lot of planting last week thinking, 2 or 3 days of rain. I'm looking out the window, Lupe, and the sun's coming out. So, but no, as we move through the season, that's what goes on. We are always, too, looking for new vendors, especially in the produce way. If you during the summer have extra produce and some extra things you want to sell, we've always been open to having people come down for a small fee and be able to sell their excess produce.
How do we get a hold of any of the farmers markets? Like if we want to call and we want to bring our produce.
Well, you could call me at Ted Carter, and I'm in the phone book. Or if you just have stuff, just come on down on a Tuesday morning. They'll help you set up and bring a table, and we'll see what we can do.
What's the charge?
The charge, there's 2 fee structures, one for season long, and then there's a smaller amount if you're only going to come for 2 or 3 markets, and then there's a $2 fee on top of that while there. But we try to keep it low to encourage people to go. The one thing this area does need, we could use some more growers. You get to central Maine and it seems like there's just a lot of young people growing food and other people growing food at the markets, but we haven't. The overflow has not spilled up here yet. A group of us have been working on it for a number of years, but we still are, still going at it.
And it's still the Washington County Food Alliance, or they changed it?
The Washington County Food Alliance is another, it's called the Sunrise County Food Alliance now, but that's a different group. But this is the Sunrise County Farmers Market.
Sunrise County Farmers Market.
Yeah, there are a lot of different groups in the area that are working on the local food initiatives. You mentioned one, the Sunrise County Food Alliance. That's a group of us, and we do like some workshops in the wintertime, and we just did our big fertilizer order for the season for organic fertilizers. Another resource for the area is Sunrise County Economic Council. They have a micro ag loan fund. So if you're a grower, not necessarily a grower for market or whatever, but if you have gardens and growing and want to expand some production for things such as fertilizer, for your seeds, for a hoop house, for a small rototiller. So that's a loan fund that's available. It's just very exclusive to Washington County. There's no other county in the state that their economic development council has it specified.
Now, how do you get a hold of that information?
Just contact the Sunrise County Economic Council and here at WCCC, or they have an office down in Machias. Tanya Trukowski, I hope I said her name right there. Sorry, Tanya, if I didn't. Is the one who's running that and doing a very good job with it. But there's groups, there are other markets in the area. I don't know the dates or times, but I know like Lubec has one. I think Pembroke has had one in the past.
Yeah, I don't think they're having it this year.
Okay, you're from Pembroke, so you would know.
Now, where are the locations again? In Eastport?
In Eastport.
Where was it?
At Eastport, it's at 5 Washington Street, which is just up from the post office. They had to move it this year.
And you have their times yet?
The times, June 17th, it starts and the times are 11 to 1. And the Calais market is on Tuesdays from 11 to 2. And these markets continue and will be open right through into October. So that's the time frame we're working at.
And right now, let's go over again what you're offering right now.
Right now, again, what will be there starting off will be just a lot of baby greens, spinaches, beet greens, scallions, the early season stuff, which has been a challenge to grow this year with the spring we've had. And then along with that will be some seedlings and perennials and soaps and canned goods.
What kind of seedlings do you have?
I'm not quite sure because we're not going to be growing them. Our farm comes into the market starting in July. We were the ones who do the early cucumbers and high bush blueberries. I know, sorry, low bush people, and things like that. And then we back off a little bit, and then we come back in the fall with our specialties, which are winter squash, garlic, onions, and carrots.
Nice
for us. But there are still going to be people there all the time with vegetables and other goods. So we're just trying to promote local food, and if there's anyone out there who has extra food to sell or wants to know more about it, they can contact me, Ted Carter, and After the Rain Farm, and I will be glad to assist you in any way, shape, or form that I can.
Sounds good. Anything else we missed?
I think we've covered it all, Lupe.
Okay.
It's just we've got a lot of stuff out, and now we're just waiting for some.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
We're waiting for some heat, and they're saying Monday now 90 degrees. I thought that day 3 weeks ago when we hit 94 or 5, I thought that was summer.
All right, well, we'll probably talk to you again sometime.
Oh, anytime, Lupe, you want me to talk to you, I'll come in and say hi.
No problem. All right, thanks for being here.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you and WQDY, thank you for allowing us the privilege of communicating what we are. We are appreciative of everything you do.
This has been Street Beat, a classic hits public affairs and information
Good.
program.
We did all right?
Thank you.
Opinions expressed and not necessarily those of Classic Hits Radio's management or staff.
WQDY and WALZ. Facebook us at facebook.com/yourfavorite-hits.
Try to throw it in there.
Classic Hits. 92.7 and 95.3.